Well, for more on this, I'm joined by retired US Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery. Mark, really good to have you on. And look, Mark, you're in Ukraine and you're helping train Ukrainian forces. I mean, give us a sense of what it's like hearing those sentiments from Latvia's president that a deal isn't likely in 2026.
Well, thank you for having me. And, I agree. The Latvian president's correct. I mean, there is a definite mismatch between the rhetoric of the American leadership at Munich and the actions that we've seen over the last year, particularly the inability to bring pressure onto Russia and, maybe seize their shadow fleet ships, much like you previously reported the U.S. seizing Iranian and Venezuelan shadow fleet ships.
Talking about what you're doing in Ukraine, helping with training Ukrainian forces, just give us a sense of where Ukrainian forces are at currently militarily.
Listen, I think they've been hurt by the United States reducing its assistance 99%. There's no doubt about it. But they have compensated for that with two things. One, there's been an increase in European security assistance, sometimes using American purchases from the United States, sometimes with European deliveries. But more importantly, the defense industrial base of Ukraine has developed aggressively over the last 3 years, no more so than the last 1 year. As a result, they're fielding some of their own weapon systems. They still need stuff from the United States. There's still things like Patriot missiles that they have to handle inbound hypersonic missiles. But more and more, Ukraine is able to build its own weapon systems. And really, it is a shocking case of a much smaller country like Ukraine able to conduct adaptive warfare much faster than the larger Russian army in a way that allows them to maintain a stronger position and not lose the ground campaign at the front.
Yeah, talking about that Pearl program, which Zelensky actually praised in Munich in the conference, where allies are purchasing US air defense to use in Ukraine. Is this pay-to-play model really the only way to get these American missiles in Kyiv?
Right now, it appears it is. And there's two elements to this. One is the air defense missiles like Patriot, and also the AMRAAM missile that goes with the NASAMS air defense system. So two big, expensive air defense systems. But the really cool thing coming through Pearl over the next months to year are extended range attack munitions, where through Pearl, Europeans have purchased from United States startup companies some new low-cost, long-range long-range cruise missiles. They're going to do a fantastic job stretching the Russian lines, pushing the Russians back. So those two things together, attack munitions and air defense munitions, are key things that have to flow through Pearl to allow the Ukrainians to maintain the advantage.
Mark, just very briefly, like we've heard there, if there's no deal on the cards for this year from certain presidents and analysts, how positive or optimistic are you about Ukraine's front line versus Russia's front line going forward?
Well, look, Ukraine will fend off the inevitable summer offensive from the Russian forces. And, the big difference is how much damage can Russia do to the critical infrastructure and the civilian personnel through these indiscriminate cruise missile, ballistic missile, hypersonic, and drone attacks. That's what worries me more. But the societal resilience and the military resilience of Ukraine is very strong.
Mark, really appreciate that analysis. Retired US Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery in Kyiv.